wise man once said, the will to win, the desire to succeed,
what takes guts is to put yourself on the line.
the urge to reach your full potential.
A leader makes the way.
These are the keys that will unlock the door to personal excellence. Success Resources is the world's leading events promoter of business, personal development, and wealth creation programs. For over 30 years, we've helped over 10 million people across 30 countries unlock their full potential. From North America to Europe, to Africa, to Asia, to Oceania, we are the key to your personal success. We open the door to the world's best speakers, such as Anthony Robbins, Sir Richard Branson, Robert Kiyosaki, and T. Harv Eker, to name a few. Praised by Donald Trump for being the world's best, we have over 500 events a year and access to the greatest thinkers, achievers, and motivators of our time. We guide you to the success that lies in every one of us.
But you will not discover your greatness in your comfort zone.
You have to have confidence in yourself.
We have never really truly reached our destination. There's always another level to strive for. Your best is yet to come. Success Resources, your learning partners.
Hello, everybody. Welcome again to another Bitcoin journey to 100,000. Welcome. Today is Wednesday, not the favorite day for many people, but it's in the beginning of the middle of the week. And if you go on to the middle, you can go up to the end. Okay. So welcome once again. Now, despite the possibility of war between Russia and Ukraine, and also the rate hike, Bitcoin still go up to 44,000. There's a lot of improvement from the 30,000 that we were not too long ago. So what's actually happening? So how is this going to play out for Bitcoin and other investors? So stay put. This is what we are going to discuss today. My name is Richard Tam from Success Resources. We are the world leading education provider every week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. This is streamed live on Facebook and YouTube. We're making videos tracking the incredible journey of Bitcoin to 100,000. So this is a journey like you like to learn and follow. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell so that whenever we have a video, you are the first to know. Now, I'm very delighted to bring my friend Dr. Clemen to the program. He is no stranger to many thousands and thousands of students all over the world in the art of wealth creation. Welcome, Dr. Clemen.
Wow, Richard. We are halfway through the week. And what a way to start off. Yesterday was really a breather for the market because it was rumored that the Russian troops kind of scale back. And then we have President Joe Biden coming on live this morning live at 4:30 a.m. Singapore time, telling the Russians, do not step into any inch of the NATO territory or else we're going to give you the fullest scale of our American forces and the NATO allies. So that gave the market a breather. The market responded really well. All night long, we were green and we are very, very happy. And today we are back here.
Thank you, Dr. Clemen. Thank you. Now, of course, we are going to go to that very all-important and interesting topic that you have just mentioned. So let's start with looking at adoption, right? Because our program is Bitcoin journey to 100,000. And I want to say is that this is not magic or it's not myth. It is based on very, very sound economic factor. So let's start off with this news. Now, I don't know how many of you here play chess, but chess is a very serious game. It has been played by loyalty and played by present for hundreds of years. The current chess championship, world championship, has a big difference. It's the first time that in this very, very serious game that Bitcoin is used as a prize money instead of fiat currency. So chess player, this world class and world tournament chess player will win crypto, Bitcoin as a prize. So crypto has penetrated into this very serious spot. So question for you, Dr. Clemen, is how do you interpret this in the area of Bitcoin adoption?
Well, this is really fascinating when we look at chess. I mean, chess is a game of intelligence. And I know quite a number of chess players, super smart. And that's the reason why from the idea of chess players to win Bitcoin prize is going to permeate through all levels of society. So I kind of want to share brands that remind us of our childhood. All right. So we're going to take this idea and say that, hey, perhaps cryptocurrency is going to start creeping into our daily lives. From Nintendo games, you're going to see many of the figurines kind of sponsored by crypto players. Lego, they're probably going to come out a Lego crypto coin. And Walt Disney definitely going to show many movies about the birth of digital currency, including DeFi, NFT, and so on. And it's really rumored that Walt Disney is looking into NFTs. And one classic example for movie-related companies, like in Singapore, we have MM2, which is publicly traded on the Singapore Stock Exchange. Guess what? They are launching an NFT marketplace to compete with the biggest guy out there, which is OpenSea.io, right? So all these are like Play-Doh. Maybe they're going to play things that kind of create coins or NFTs. I'm not too sure about that. But one thing for sure, Monopoly, we're going to start seeing interesting crypto assets lay across the board of Monopoly. So this is really exciting because very soon, from the whole packaging, the branding of the stadium, and in the very recent weekend Super Bowl event, there were already 3 major crypto companies running their ads like crazy. And one of them is actually Coinbase, where they have the moving QR code. It was so popular, crashed the entire website. And you also have FTX.com running advertisements right across at the Super Bowl event. So crypto is here to stay forever. Back to you, Richard.
Thank you, Dr. Clemen. Well, if crypto is here to stay forever, you have to decide whether you want to go in right now or 10 years later. Now, another report comes out is in Canada, right? Some of you may or may not have read this news that there is some political situation in Canada whereby the trucker are having a protest all over the country. So the Canadian government is invoking an emergency act, and this is the first time, right? So this is to just how do I call it? It's like having a political lockdown in the country. The Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, lock down the country, and one of the things that he do is to invoke this emergency act. Now, some analysts have said that this is one of the reasons that caused, besides the war, right? This is one of the reasons that caused Bitcoin price to go up, because people start to realize that government cannot take away your money. So in time of crisis, right, war, etc., you want to move your money around, it's very difficult. And the Canadian government is stopping people to finance this protest, and they that's why they come out with this act. So question to you is, Dr. Clemen, what is your thought? What is your thought, and why is it that this can cause the Bitcoin price to hike?
Yes, Richard, unfortunately, this event has kind of held hostage to both countries because they share a common border, Canada and the United States of America, and many of the supplies just couldn't move across. And that's the reason why the government has to invoke an emergency act due to the blockades and protests over COVID-19 measures. Now, I'm going to kind of go right down to the most important part of the article, which is right here. Personal and corporate accounts can now be frozen, according to the finance minister. And this is like, wow, this is huge, because nowhere have we ever seen this before, where financial institutions are given the power to suspend or freeze personal or corporate accounts that they believe are being used to fund illegal protests. Woo! I mean, this is like those storming on Capitol Hill under the instruction of former President Donald Trump. You can freeze all their accounts. And then you go down right here, she gave a case in point example. Truck owners, for example, that if the vehicle is being used in the blockade, the corporate account can be frozen. I think this is really, really swift action, and that's the reason why they are taking this stand. Now, this has kind of rattled the entire market, because in Canada, they believe in the freedom of speech, but right now it's going up a totally new levels altogether. And that's the reason why we believe in the idea of decentralization. We need an asset class that no governments of the world, no corporations of the world can stop and freeze us. This is found in the world of Bitcoin. And that's the reason why there was a recent spike. Many of the analysts attributed this spike to this movement of the Canadian government. Let's take a look right here at the chart. And this spike is found right here in this green candle, moving from 42,500 to 44,500. That's about $2,000 movement in this simple candle right there. All right. So this is really exciting. From our perspective, why? We can see the actions of the government will be translated to the price action of Bitcoin. As long as we start moving towards the ideology of decentralization, no one can control anyone. That is the idea of Bitcoin, and that's why it is so powerful. Back to you, Richard.
Thank you, Dr. Clemen. Now we come to the just very interesting subject of Russian and Ukraine. Yeah, there are news, and there are actually video by individual and by news corporation, and also by intelligence, that shows the Russian unit and missile are actually advancing toward the Ukraine border. But there's also news that Russian is announcing a pullback, although Americans don't quite believe it, but that's what's happening out there. So my question to you is this geopolitical situation, what do you think? How does it affect the market, the crypto market and the market as a whole?
Yes, this is a very troubling event, and all we need to do, I want to encourage our viewers to search for two words. We search for this word Ukraine together with the word unity. Ukraine, unity, all right? Because this is the day where the president of Ukraine announced that on the 16th of February, which is today, they call it a Unity Day because they suspect the Russians may invade Ukraine on this day, which is today. And today we are not done yet because we are 12 hours ahead. And that's the reason why today is going to be very, very nerve-wracking. And you can see all these articles talking about the president declaring a day of unity to rally their people. I mean, if you are sitting there as a Ukraine resident, you'll be so fearful. Bombs are going to drop, artillery will fire across the borders and land probably at your backyard. And that's why he's trying to rally the people. Do not fear, hold your fort. And that's the reason why yesterday, President Joe Biden came out with a very, very, very super strong statement. Do not mess with the NATO allies. You step in 1 inch, we're going to whack you really, really hard. In fact, I was talking about the fact that we are really in a very sticky situation because why? They are going to impose sanctions on Russia regardless if they invade or not. That's the latest.
Wow.
They're already preparing. The latest is activating all the banks. They may take away the SWIFT. You know, SWIFT is how we do our wire transfer. They will take this all together from the Russian institutions. They are preparing many, many things. And the one that is the most scary is the Nord Stream 2. So I spoke about this yesterday. We kind of look for NORD Stream 2. And President Joe Biden warned again yesterday, do not mess or we're going to mess up your Nord Stream 2. All right. So this whole idea about the gas pipeline that Russian supplied to the Germans is going to enhance bilateral relationship between the two countries. Now, the Americans do not want to see that happen. That's the reason why there's so much conspiracy theory on the ground that perhaps, playing the devil's advocate, this whole threat about imminent war, about Russians about to invade Ukraine, perhaps it was being masqueraded by the Americans. Now, this is what the street are saying about right now, all right? And I'm just stating the facts. This is widely found everywhere. And that's the reason why we always got to have a balanced view as an investor. Do not be swayed by the mainstream narratives. I will go grassroots. And kind of this interesting, this morning I have a call with a good friend. He said that he called up his friends in Russia and said, hey, Russians, how are you feeling about this invasion? And this is the response. The Russian friend replied, you mean you guys don't know anything about Russians? We won't tell you we're going to attack, we'll just attack you. So if we haven't attacked you, means we are not going to attack you. If we want to attack you, we won't even bother to let you know. We'll just come over and take over everything that you have. That's the Russian spirit. So kind of we are able to laugh about it, meaning to say, among the common man in Russia, they don't believe an invasion is imminent. But who's cooking up all these stories about, wow, it will happen on the 16th, wow, it happened on the 17th, 18th, 19th? Who is cooking up all these stories? These are all cooked up by the American media. And we have to really go down on the ground, and that's the reason why Gene Cramer tweeted this morning. He made a very powerful tweet. Why is our American president calling foul on Russia all the time? Why don't we hear from the German chancellor? Because German chancellor has met President Putin. If he never said there's anything wrong, why are we keep calling there's a threat, there's a threat? We should hear from the real man. That's German Chancellor Olaf speaking to President Putin. So why is our president cooking up all this fast? Can you imagine that coming from Gene Cramer, a key anchor of CNBC TV station? That is what got us thinking. Perhaps there's more than meet the eye, and I still believe in the thesis that this Nord Stream 2 that lays the pipeline, underwater pipeline from Russia to Germany is the real crown jewel, is the real reason why US is all focused about the Ukraine issue. There are many other issues that they can focus on, but as long as it doesn't serve the interest, they will just keep quiet about it, just like how perhaps they withdraw their forces from Afghanistan. Back to you, Richard.
Thank you, Dr. Clemen. Now, we are all reminded that this is not the first time our world are faced with a critical situation like that. You know, we have so many situations. We have the Gulf War, we have First World War, Second World War, we have so many Japanese War, Korean War, we have so many of these things. So time will heal and pass, right? And well, let's watch and see. So it's good that we are all updated with all these news and data in the market. Now, Dr. Clemen, Bitcoin was down like a couple, well, I think for the last 2 weeks, yeah, and then recover 30% in 2 weeks, right? In 2 weeks. Now, when Bitcoin recover, Will came back, according to the on-chain data, Will came back and accumulate even more. So Will actually came back when Bitcoin price are going up in the last 2 weeks in accumulation mode. So what can we learn from the Will, Dr. Clemen?
Yes, there's so much to learn from the whales. That's why we always believe we should stand on the shoulders of insiders, or we call them the whales. And these are the money movers. And you know, this article is really a reflection of insider trading. And I'm going to give you all another interesting example to look at in a short while, right? So step one, Bitcoin's 30% recovery in 2 weeks has Bitcoin whales back in accumulation mode. Accumulation mode, that means they are buying Bitcoin at a spot price. And we can see this on the chart right here, right? We can kind of trace on the 22nd of January, back then when Bitcoin was trading at $35,000 per coin. So here we go. We plot this line right across here and then move all the way up to 45,000. You can see this is the price movement over the past few weeks. And it's really, really interesting and fascinating because as the candles start to go up, look at the volume. Do we see more green volume at the bottom versus the red? The green is the reflection of more accumulation than people selling it away. All right. So that's how you build up a momentum like this. Now, what are they buying for? And what is the trigger point? That is what we need to ask. Why would the whales always get in first compared to the rest of the ordinary folks out there? Obviously, they know about certain insight, certain information, and they'll seize the opportunity. Now, how do I illustrate a point like this? And this point is really close to my heart. I was speaking really loud about this point and kind of really mind-boggling to read an article like this, all right? Here we go. And this is coming right from Wall Street Journal. Warren Buffett bought the bulk of stake in Activision in October before Microsoft announced the purchase of Activision in the largest acquisition deal in the history of Microsoft. How coincidental. Because if we look at old man's habit, he's never into gaming stocks. I mean, can you imagine old man playing gaming stocks like this? All right, so let me show you what is Activision. Some of you may not catch the drift, but I'll just bring you to Activision.com. And can you imagine Warren Buffett playing a game called Call of Duty? Can you imagine that first? How about Crash of the Bandicoot number 4? Can you imagine that? And how about the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2? I can't imagine that, but I know the power of insider trading. They somehow know things way advanced compared to us. That's why it's worth our while to track them. So you kind of connect a dot like this, and that's why it's so important to formulate the foundation of insider trading. What exactly is insider trading? These are people with lots of money. Step one, you can only be an insider provided you have lots of money or lots of influence. Lots of money is someone outside the environment. Lots of influence is someone inside the environment. Case in point, CEO of a public listed company, he has a lot of influence. He knows how the business will do very, very well. That's the reason why last night, again, we traded on the ex-founder of Facebook. His name is Dustin Moskovitz. And we played on this company. We made about $35,900 or 30% profit in 2 days because we simply followed the CEO of this company called Asana.com. And that's the power of insider trading. And what did Warren Buffett follow to buy into Activision? He probably followed his good friend called Bill Gates. and we are just connecting the dots. We got no evidence to present to you that perhaps somebody leaked out information. No, we got nothing like that because this is too high a level to connect. But you can just look at all these interesting insights around us and connect the dots. So in summary, is it worth your while to track Bitcoin whales? Absolutely. They go in for the accumulation mode over the past few weeks. They know something is about to happen, but they won't tell us. But they cannot escape the transparency of the blockchain. Number two, case in point, Warren Buffett buying to Activision, a gaming stock. In his whole life, he never touched gaming stocks, but he bought it just before Microsoft announced the acquisition of Activision. Interesting, right? Case in point number three, Dustin, the CEO of Asana, has been buying the company's shares like more than $1 billion. We merely follow him and make money. Back to you, Richard.
Thank you, Dr. Clemen. Now, Dr. Clemen, we have been doing a lot of, in the market, there's a lot of analysts that kind of make a lot of prediction, from Plan B that talk about Bitcoin going to 100,000 last year. And I think there's news that he's still in the news. But let's discuss it another time. Now, we also have Cathy Wood, we have banks, Wells Fargo, and many banks making prediction. But the recent prediction just 1 or 2 days ago is by Tom Lee. Now, he is no doubt a crypto bull. He believes a lot on Bitcoin and crypto. Now, he predict that Bitcoin will go to 200,000. Yeah, 200,000 price target. Now, question to you is, what is the basis of his statement? These are all very smart people, and they have their reason to lay this out. So what is the basis of his recent statement?
Yes, this again is really, really awesome because, you know, if you are a pro subscriber of CNBC, you get to watch the full video, and I kind of digest everything that he said. Is so powerful. Tom Lee is the owner of Fundstrat, and Fundstrat is the most popular guy on CNBC. Why? Over the past 24 months, majority of his decisions came into fruition, came true. It's like, wow, this guy like holding a magic crystal ball, right? So we want to understand, how did he arrive at a prediction of $200,000 for Bitcoin? What is his thesis? What is the foundation that he stands on? And I want to show you this important slide that shows up. He's sharing that 70% of the wealth of the Americans are concentrated at those people who are above 65 years old, 70%. But if you look at the total population, that's 142 trillion US household net worth. That's a lot of money, right? So 3 steps. Step 1, we already know that the Fed chairman has to raise the interest rate. We call it hike the interest rate to fight against the all-time high of the inflation. Inflation standing at November 6.8, December 7, and January 7.5%. That's like monster. And the only way to counterbalance this rise of the inflation, you got to raise the interest rate to keep in check. So if interest rates will to go up, then jolly well, bonds will start to go down. And the concentration of wealth, 142 trillion, they're going to displace about 60 trillion, according to Tom Lee. He says 60 trillion will have to move their money elsewhere. But where is the elsewhere? And his answer, Bitcoin. Why? Because this is concentrated as a safe haven. And he put forward the thesis, like if money have to come into Bitcoin, the price has to go up. Because all these guys will not sit there and do nothing, see their wealth diminish over time. Like the next 10 years, because right now it's a complete reversal of a very low risk interest rate environment. Right now we start to go up on the rising interest rate environment. These guys will be smart. They will not sit there. And that's the reason why in today's presentation, you kind of see that, oh my gosh, even from a chess game to a Super Bowl, to our childhood favorite brands, Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is creeping across everywhere. There's no turning back already. And we are really focused just on this number here. How do you mobilize 142 trillion? You do not need 100% of the money to flow into Bitcoin. You just need a portion of it. I mean, you move 1 trillion, already Bitcoin will be $1 trillion market cap. 2 trillion will be $2 trillion market cap. It is just like that. And that is the foundation of $200,000 price target for Bitcoin. Back to you, Richard. Oops. We kind of lost Richard, and let's continue. And I think he has a few more points that he wants to raise. And another very, very interesting article is right here found by the Sophie CEO, Sophie, and he says that he owns Bitcoin and Ether and wants that companies who don't take advantage of crypto will be left behind. I mean, this is a really, really big word. I mean, he just paid off $100 million fine to Securities Exchange Commission. And this is like menace, all right? So he right now is the poster boy and everybody just looking at him for direction. But this is where he set the benchmark really, really high, all right? Another example is New Bank, which is supported and invested by Warren Buffett. We were trading on this stock just last night. And we are saying that, oh my God, Latin America, everybody looking to cryptocurrency, into crypto payments, crypto banks. And this is the direction moving forward. Yes, Richard, welcome back.
Dr. Greg, sorry, my line just cut off now. Well, you touch on this topic, but my question to you is this. My question to you is now, so the CEO mentioned that he's giving a warning that company who don't take advantage of crypto will be left behind. Well, I want to ask you the question is that, how does this apply to individual investor, right? So his advice would his advice be valid to individual investor too? What is your thought, Dr. Clemen?
Yes, and he gave a really, really good, what we call walk by example talk, right over here. Anthony Noto said he and his family own some cryptocurrency. And I mean, some is a very, very humble word, all right? We own Bitcoin, we own Ethereum, we own some of the more obscure and different cryptocurrencies, he told CNBC. And that's the reason why he warned companies that don't recognize the benefits of blockchain may get left behind. This is history in the making. And I want you guys to know, you know, when we put out a video series, Richard and myself, and we say Bitcoin journey to 100,000, because we do not want any of you who are viewers to be left behind. We already know where it holds, right? I mean, it's like, this is like no-brainer to us. But many people out there are not exposed to the idea. They're still scratching their head. Hey, teacher, what exactly is a wallet? What exactly is withdraw deposit? What exactly is cryptocurrency? They still just touching very, very little bit on the surface. And that's the reason why we need to do 3 times a week to dive in really, really deep and look at all these issues that we present to you as facts. And case in point, right over here, right? So look at the Super Bowl that just took place over the weekend. Oh my gosh, as I was just sharing just now, major cryptocurrency companies from Coinbase to FTX pouring millions of dollars just for 30-second exposure. Can you imagine that? Millions of dollars just for 30-second exposure to claim advertising spots. That's how powerful it is. You don't see traditional brands fighting for the spot because they got no war chest like the crypto guys. The crypto guys will outbid them easily. That's why Coinbase and FTX is just splash across the place, all right? So this is like really, really fascinating. And you know what? Our deepest desire is to see those of you who tune in and watch, please let us know, have you adopted Bitcoin? Have you adopted cryptocurrency in your personal capacity? And perhaps help your companies, help the businesses that you run also take this step of faith to start looking into blockchain. Please share with us, and we look forward to your comments. Back to you, Richard.
Thank you, Dr. Clemen. So here we are this Wednesday, Bitcoin, incredible Bitcoin journey to 100,000. Now we do our best to research facts and data from the market and present to you. With facts and data, you can make an informed decision on your financial future. We remain bullish on Bitcoin. Secret to success is wake up early, work hard, and own Bitcoin. Till we meet again this coming Friday. Thank you so much. Thank you.
We believe that investing in our education
has the highest leverage and is the greatest equalizer.
Regardless of background, everyone can have the same opportunities in education.
We believe in doing what is right, not what is easy.
We believe in anything that is worth doing, we do it with passion and excellence.
We believe that happiness is the key to success.
If you love what you're doing, you're already successful. And that both success and failure are temporary, worth sharing about and even celebrating.
That said, we believe we have had our fair share of both.
Yay!
We believe that when the market is tough, we can be tougher.
We believe the best product should win, not the best sales pitch.
We believe that winners are winners because they don't quit.
We believe that the biggest sin is to make learning boring.
We believe in making decisions and owning our results.
We believe in innovation to continue to provide value to all around us.
We believe that together, everyone achieves more.
We believe that real leaders don't create followers, they create more leaders.
We believe that we can learn from our competitors.
We believe that women work harder,
do better, and are more confident.
We believe it's okay to be proven wrong.
It's okay to change your mind.
And it's okay to cry when you're having a really rough day.
We believe in giving everyone the benefit of the doubt.
We believe in always saying please and thank you.
We believe that if dreaming is free, then we should dream big.
And then working hard to achieve it.
We believe that if we have knowledge, it's our duty to pass it down.
We believe that we shouldn't teach something we ourselves don't believe in.
We believe it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission.
We believe in saying sorry and meaning what we say.
We believe in being high-tech, means adding a human touch.
We believe that no one has all the answers.
Not even us.
But we go find out and we learn.
We believe that learning never ends, and once you stop learning,
You start dying.
we believe that one person
Or one great idea
Can change the world.
That's why we believe in helping you grow and succeed.
And with your help, we can change lives globally.
We believe.
we believe. We believe.
Thank you for your belief in us.